Hello Stampers, come in. I'm going to show you my Stampin' Up office that I have down in my basement. So let's come in and look at what we've got here. I'm going to go over some few things. This is where I usually stamp, and so I like to be able to turn on the other side to cut my paper. So here's a cutting area, and I've got the big shot area right here. We've got the mainly used papers, the in colors right here. We'll put the new in colors in here also. This is acrylic display. My heat gun, which I just turn around to use. And all our Stampin' Up ribbon. This is rain gutters with the edges. I just had my husband cut it off. I got this idea from Jackie Bullheis. And our Stampin' Up banner up there. This right here, a lot of people have been asking me how I store my paper or cardstock, and this is just a shelf that normally comes with four actually shelves this size, the bigger size, but my husband drilled holes in here and then put this just thinner board, and then we put a color code on here for all the different colors, and it just keeps it real accessible to be able to grab the paper, and you can put quite a lot of paper of every color on there. And then we just took two of those shelves. This is what the shelf looks like before it has the extra things. He actually cut a couple of these to put in this one. This has got extra sets from the supplements or the mini catalogs, our medical area here. And we put a board at the top and just kind of made it more like a piece of furniture that sits up there. We display things. Normally those would have a lot of cards on them, but because we just switched the mini catalog, I went ahead and took all those off and putting new ones as I make them on. Over here, the punches are done with, these are just towel racks or utility racks that I got at a big box store. And right there is just a magnetic thing to hold up my punches, my hand punches. And the table that you see that I stamp on actually is just a table with two cabinets right here. I wanted a table up a little higher, so I just put the table on two cabinets right here at the bottom. And then I've got rolling drawers underneath them for storage for things that I need to get at right away. My adhesives, and I have all my new things over here right by the right of my chair. And that Jill's drawer is a drawer that basically nobody can take stuff out of it, so that's fun right to have at the fingertips. This right here, I'm working on some projects for crews for the people I'm sitting with, some gifts, so that's what's in there. This is just another work table. We've got a whole set of stamp pads. Another set here, so when somebody needs to take some home to use, or I have a customer maybe that was waiting for one and they didn't get it, and so these are the borrowing stamp pads. This right here is one of our vinyls, and I'd like to put a picture of all my directs pictures on this like family tree. I thought it would be fun, but I have to get everybody's picture first, but I thought that would be a good idea to do. So I usually sit here, and then one of the gals that works with me sits here, and I have another gal that comes to work. She sits here, and then I've got a computer piston that sits over there. So usually we have 4 people in here, 3 to 4 people when we're working. And organizational tools up here. When a customer places an order with me, they usually we make these up ahead of time, and they get a card from me that I go ahead and send to them in the mail after I get an order. So they usually look forward to getting some fun cards that we do up with some of the new stuff. In here is all the catalogs and all the different mini catalogs. Up here on the top of these shelves right here, you'll see these are mag plates. These are the actual plates that you make a stamp with. And because I'm getting older, I put a bigger label on my big shot dies because I can see better from the room to see if I have something special. this is the way I go ahead and store my stamps. If you notice, I have some of the acrylics. I have so many of the wood stamps. It depends on what the stamp set is, if I'm going to order it in wood or acrylic. I do have space to have the wood, so I do prefer sometimes the wood. The smaller the stamps are, I like to have them in wood instead of acrylic. This is one of the first ones I ordered in acrylic, and I'd rather have them the bigger size. So if you know, they're color coded, and they're color coded towards the section of the catalog. This says holidays, it would be green up here. And on these labels right here it would say holidays, the set, how many in the set, the page number, the item, the price, and what it is. And every year when the catalog comes out, my daughter types in the whole catalog and what the prices were and how many and the page number. And I re-put these on the stamp set. So there might be 3, you can probably see that a little bit, there might be 3 or 4 of these labels if we've had this stamp set a long time, because it changes where it is in the catalog, and it's really easy for me to find when I'm doing a workshop. I can tell my customers right there where it is, and I can see it because it's bigger. So I love to have that. And I started this when my kids were younger, because the color code, then my kids would use the stamps and they knew exactly where to put them back, and my customers did too. So this has worked out really good. Every year, if you're on the Creative Stampers group, I go ahead and email my Creative Stampers if they want this download of all the stamp sets. I'd be happy to send it to them, and so I do. We store extra paper, that 8.5 by 11 over here, and the 12 by 12 at the left. This is how I store my Reinkers, and these are Matchbox car holders. And I just we sometimes store a couple of colors, or some of our colors we go through a lot more, so we put 2 in there. But that way I can have all 48 colors on here with one thing. I also have ink refills for my the jumbo cartridges and the standard cartridges, and so that works really well to be able to have all that stored like so. Okay, and then over here, these are just all the designer papers that we've used for the year. Over here is just, we took the doors off the closet, and these are all the different samples that I have from the different sets in the catalog. All the holiday ones, all natural section, growing up elements. So these are from trades, and what I've done in here when I've stamped, I've used to carry these. Let's see, we've got a light here. But if you look in here, I went ahead and put them under by baby bundle. So all the baby bundle ones are right there. So when I go ahead and do a workshop, I pull all those stamp sets or the cards out of the idea, and they're ready to go. We've got them all right there. So, and then when we get a new catalog and we pull out all the discontinueds, and I tell my customers if they go ahead and order that stamp set, I'll send them some cards right away before it is out of the catalog. So these are just 12 by 12 albums. This has got fabric things in it, just fabric flowers and things that I do with fabric with Stampin' Up. The wheels are right here in the handles, and gift ideas. This is kind of just like the extra of everything that we put in there. This right here, and a lot of people will want to know what this is. This is an industrial cutter, and I was in Stampin' Up! For about 12 years before I got one of these, and it's just, they have them at the copy stores, and I finally broke down because I have a lot of group get-togethers and bought one, and it cuts a stack of paper about 1.5 inches thick or more, depending on how thick the paper is, but I love it. It just makes it a lot easier for group meetings. And this right here is just some of the new things that we're carrying in the mini. So I will change this out. This is actually called a chicken wire display. I've had this forever. It folds up, and so I'll take it to a workshop or I'll take it to a group meeting and just clip different things on the chicken wire. And there's my apron and pins from from convention. So I can't think of anything else to show you, but that's my Stampin' Up office, so hope you enjoyed it.